Okay, so while Noor gets her, okay, Noor is here. Yeah. I just want to thank Murshid and Charlie for their great program.
No, wait.
For their great program planning skills.
Your mic's not on. We were trying to thank them for the great programming of placing all the dinner club images right after all that hardcore workout. So, good job, guys. He got you fit, and now we're going to get you fat. So, I'm Noor, and this is Buthaina. We're the girls behind the dinner club by number 57. Why 57? We can't tell you just yet. Hopefully soon we will.
So Noor and I are actually, we've been 2 years in planning the opening of our cafe. We were getting so restless. So we just decided one day in October, you know what, let's start hosting dinners for just random people. Let's just invite them, because you know what, I love to cook, I love to eat, and Noor just loves like all the creative stuff and setting up and hosting people. Yeah. So we started the dinner club in November actually. So October is when we actually came up with the concept, and just a few weeks later we just started.
So yeah, people usually say don't work with a friend because you're going to end up hating each other. Luckily, Buthaina and I are completely different. She's this super calm one at all the dinners before them. I'm the one that's freaking out and super stressed out, asking Buthaina 1,000 times, so what time are the photographers coming? What time is this coming? What time is this? And she's like I told you, like you asked, it's this time. So yeah, it's very nice because we're completely different. And also, like Buthaina had said, we focus on completely different things. She's the food person and I'm the design, and we completely trust each other's taste. So the
only thing that Noor doesn't trust is my Instagramming filters.
Yes.
We're always fighting about what filter to use.
On the dinner club account, yeah, we never agree. I'm always Valencia. Any Valencias out there? No? And she's always X-Pro. Thank you. And she's always X-Pro. Yeah, sorry.
So who are our guests? Who do we invite to these dinners? We usually invite, it's a dinner for 12 people, including us, and we try our best to invite a mix of people. And I actually know that in the audience we've had three actually, that have attended our dinners. So what we do is we always invite a mix of people, but we decided to make it just more fun. We always invite a friend or a family member, so they don't hate us.
Break the ice.
And so they don't hate us.
Yeah, and they don't hate us, exactly. Yeah. So my sister still is asking, like, so when am I going to get on that list? So this is the dinner club. This is it. It's just Buthaina and I. There's no one else. There's no other team in the background. We do everything from start to finish. Sometimes, like you can see on the screen, we pretend that we know how to build Tepee Tents, and then we'll just watch YouTube videos and figure out how to do things out of the blue, like you'll see later, like empty out a bus. We do everything, literally, including cutting up the menus, of course the design part. Buthaina makes the food. We serve it at the dinners. We don't have any wait staff helping us at all. And then the setting up and the cleaning and all the heavy lifting.
And let us say, because of our locations, they're extremely challenging. We always try to find something that's so out of the ordinary. We actually only have like a bit more, like 36 hours to set up and pack everything up.
Yeah, and then
so it's definitely like that's the most challenging part, but it's so rewarding because after the dinner we're just so high, like the adrenaline and everything. We just pack everything, but we're happy to do so.
Yeah, and because there's so much mystery around all our dinners, what we started to do is we wanted to give a little, because we don't actually say who the guests are or who attended or any of that, because we wanted to keep that kind of mystery and get people excited and people to talk about it instead of us talking about it, so that way we can reach a wider audience. So we actually started this little kind of animal giveaway that we paint a different color every time, and people start arguing. They come in the beginning and they're like, why don't we get that animal? And then we say, like, if you want one, this is the time to steal it or to switch it. So they're very nice.
So these amazing graphics is all created by Noor. She's not a graphic designer. She's self-taught basically.
Yes, thank you.
With a strong, she feels very strongly about fonts.
Yes. Yeah. Unashamed about that. So the kind of animal thing has carried through our entire dinners. Has become part of the brand. It just is a little hint towards the mystery and all of it about the dinner club. There's no real meaning behind it at all. We just thought it would be fun, and that's kind of carried through our invitations. Before we used to only do evites, but now we started doing physical invitations as well, and that's where we give the directions to the mystery locations as well.
So when a guest actually gets an invite, they actually have no idea where they're invited to. So like they completely, well, I think they completely trust us. So we just send them an invite. Once they accept the invitation, a few days just before the event, we tell them where it's going to be.
But without actually telling them what like it's physically going to be at. So for example, the bus one, which we'll show you later, we just told them where to go, but they had no idea what to expect. And they came and they're like, what is this bus? So the first dinner that we had, this is the first one, we'll go in order, was actually held at a construction site. We wanted to go all out in it, and we were thinking about a location, and my parents were not here, they were in the States, and I called my dad up and I said, Baba, I know you already think I'm crazy, but Buthaina and I have come up with this idea, and we wanted to host a dinner at the construction site of our new villa, and he just says, like every other Emirati family, here's mama, just deal with her instead. So, and my mom gets really excited, luckily, about this thing and starts telling me where to go, like fishing for things in boxes in my house and all that, because again, like you can see, we're moving, so everything's packed away, and every dinner now, I think she's getting tired of it, we have to go and open all the boxes all over again and steal things. Speaking about stealing things,
so, Noor tells me what she, of course she's a creative mind behind all of this, so she tells me, listen, I'm looking for something super fancy, like it's a construction site. We need to do the opposite of a construction site, so let's do fancy. I said, listen, perfect. My mom has the fanciest plates, and come to my house, and we have, like we'll go through her cupboards and we'll find something.
Mind you, sorry to interrupt, but mind you, like at this point I think, okay, cool, yeah, you know, her mom is saying it's fine, you can come get these plates. As we're walking through the door of her house, she says, oh yeah, don't say anything to my mom. And then it's just, of course, mother's nature, like instinct, sorry, she knows, she's waiting in the door, like hallway, doing nothing at all, just staring at Buthaina and I as if she knows that we're up to no good.
So we go in and we find the plates, and we take photos. Obviously I tell her, listen, we can't walk out with the plates, so we'll just have to take photos of it and come back later when my mom's not there. So we walk out, and my mom didn't say anything. She just said, what are you looking for? And we said, I'm just looking for candles, don't worry about it. Like I'm not touching any of your things. So I go out and I get a phone call from my sister asking me, listen, my mom asked me to investigate, like what did you see, what are you looking for, what are you going to do? I said, don't worry, I'm not taking anything. So the dinner happens, and the photos look really nice, and I just had to Instagram it. So and I knew I'd get in trouble for it because my mom has Instagram.
So, she has Instagram, sorry.
Instagram, yeah, so she calls it. So I was like, I just said, okay, I'll just wait, 7 in the morning. My mom will be fast asleep. So let me Instagram. She only checks it at night. And then I get woken up like a few hours later from my sister, who's sitting somewhere here. She was panicking. She's like, well, what did you take? Did you take my mom's plates? And I got into so much trouble for it.
Yeah, but now, luckily, after all the success, she's always like, come on, Buthaina, tell them about my plates. Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. All because so our success is all because of these wonderful, beautiful plates. The second dinner was at an abandoned swimming pool. Again, we just wanted to go with something completely different. The whole point is that we want to host dinners in places that you'd never imagine having a meal. So I know that there are dinner clubs all around the world. They either host them at homes or they host them at restaurants. And the whole point was we couldn't host them at homes because we're promoting the cafe, and we can't host them at restaurants because, I mean, again, sorry, we can't host them at homes because we're Emirati and we can't really invite a bunch of strangers to our homes, and we can't host them at restaurants because we're trying to promote our own cafe. So we try to really push the limits and see how far we can go.
Actually, Noor pushed it too far. This weekend on Saturday, we decided to host our 6th dinner at DIFC at the magazine shop. What did she decide to do? She's like, listen, we're going to turn it into a library. It's a completely like bare space. So I was
Sadly,
like, okay,
we don't
so
need photos, but on Instagram we do.
Yeah, so I asked her, I was like, so what did you have in mind? She's like, 23 bookcases that fit 3,700 books. Can you imagine? Like we live in Abu Dhabi, so we have to transport everything to DIFC, yeah. and we barely have time. So Friday morning we're there, like trying to put all the bookcases and then packing it the next time.
And we had 2 people in the audience that are up there that helped us paint these 23 bookcases.
Thank you so much to our friends.
So this is the bus one that we were telling you guys about. We decided that we wanted to go all out. This is a functional school bus that we gutted out completely and transformed into a garden. We parked it in the Mina. We wanted to really, really, like again, just go see how far we can go and how far people will respond and enjoy what we're doing. And we placed it in the middle of the hustle and bustle of the Mina. And then
the fisheries harbor.
Yeah, and we had quite a few funny stories happen that day. Of course, we had a few kind of peeping Tom, just coming and staring and trying to see what was happening. People walk into the bus. We filled, well, I'll talk about design later, but.
So basically, like while we were having dinner, we got a police car just kept on coming by, and they kept on asking like, "What are you doing?" It was just, I was like, "We're having dinner."
With a straight face, yeah, and they're just so confused. So they're like, "Okay, cool," and then drive away. And so again, because we wanted to really contrast the Mina with this bus, thinking like, what's the complete opposite? A garden, a beautiful, beautiful garden. So we laid down grass on the floor, filled the roof with flowers, and all that, again, is all handmade ourselves. All those flowers you see on the roof, and everything, of course, as well.
We have 2 days to do all of this.
Yes, and then, again, at night, we have to take everything out, and the bus driver had to go pick up school kids the next morning with the chairs back installed again. This is the 4th dinner that we had. It was held at a film studio, and this was the Tepee Tent that we thought we were so brilliant at making, and we thought, like, Tepee Tent? No problem. Easy. Yeah, easy. We could do a bus, we can do Tepee Tent. And it was very, very beautiful, and again, we wanted to do something a little bit different and add a little bit more color in terms of the design and all of that. The 5th dinner, I think, well, we've had 6 so far. For me personally, it's hard, but I feel like this is probably my favorite one because it's just the perfect setting. It was held at Al-Barari in a plant nursery. And the way that, again, like the way that we choose our locations is not that we have a specific one in mind, it's just that we think about the type of place that we'd want to host it in, and it's not necessarily Abu Dhabi or Dubai or wherever, Fijit, it doesn't matter. It's just that we think of where that place is available to us. And luckily, Al-Barari was very, very nice to us and helped us get this beautiful location. And we wanted to, again, do something a little bit different in terms of the design and go a little bit crazy with the colors and the prints and do print on print on print, which worked. And
there was a reason. There was a specific reason why Noor thought that that was the perfect idea. It's because this is Christian Louboutin, who actually attended our dinner. And who would have thought, like, who would have thought?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, so October 2012, Noor and I are talking, who would have thought that Christian Louboutin would actually attend our dinner, hold our dinner box, and steal our napkins?
Yes,
who would have thought?
Steal our napkins.
He did steal, he did ask for it,
yeah.
But yeah.
And I mean, like, again, like at this first dinner, of course, no one had no idea who we were or what we did or anything, and we were calling people because the whole point is we invite people that we don't know. Only 2 are people that we know. The rest have to be people we don't know or that don't know each other as well. So we're calling people at their offices saying, I'm sorry, you have no idea who I am, but this is what we're planning on doing. You know, you can't bring anybody. I can't tell you where it is. I can't tell you anything about this, but will you come? And we were so scared. We thought people would laugh at us, and luckily people were like, okay, cool, yeah, sure, no problem. And they all came and they loved it. And at that specific dinner, they didn't want to leave until 1:30 in the morning. We were begging them, please leave, we have to pack up.
We need to pack up.
Yeah. So, and then for the Christian Louboutin one, it was like incredible for us because we got an email saying, like, from the Christian Louboutin office saying, you know, we'd like to contact you or something. And we thought maybe there's a store opening that they want us to do a dinner for. And someone said, you know, imagine he wants to come. And we're like, yeah, right, please, guys. And then the next day we get the call, and that's what it was. And it was amazing. It was very, very nice to think that, again, like, we're not going out there asking for any of this. It's coming to us, and we're so grateful for it. The food.
Okay, so I'm behind, like, all the food planning and everything. And how do we work together? So Noor comes up with all the setup, and, like, we work on location together. And then that's when I start thinking, like, what seasonal ingredients, about the seasonal ingredients, about what works for that dinner, you know, the weather, if it's outdoors or it's indoors. It's all properly planned, and we serve a 3-course meal, a couple of starters, 2 main courses, and 3 desserts. So as we go along with the dinner club, we keep on learning so many things, especially from our first dinner. Okay, yeah, yum. I just heard my sister open her mouth and say yum. It is yummy. So these are called ermagurds because of the sound people make when they stick it in their mouth. It's topped with marshmallows. So the second it goes in your mouth, we've heard people say, oh my God, but it sounds like ermagurd. So that's what it's called, that. So I just want to say, like, we served this at our first dinner, and there was a mistake. We added so much toffee sauce in it, but it was the best mistake ever. So we've been learning so much from every single time. We just learn new things. So this has become our signature dessert.
Yes, and people ask, like, do you have an extra one that I can take home? They're really good. So our dinners are planned completely from start to finish in terms of not only the guests like the selection of guests that we choose, but who we seat next to who, of course the lighting and the decor and all of that, but again also the music, the background music. So we have a whole playlist that people have actually asked about now at this point, like do you have like a dinner club playlist that we can steal off of you? Because we make sure we kind of plan an entire experience for the guests, and again, like with the music, it's kind of like soft music in the beginning, and then it gets softer while people are eating, and then picks up again towards the end. We're just trying to create a whole thing.
So we get asked all the time, where would your dream location be? And to us, I mean, the sky's the limit. Like if we decide to choose a place, it's like we don't take no for an answer.
Yeah. And alhamdulillah, we've been able to do, sorry, but alhamdulillah, we've been able to do all the ones that we've come up with.
With the exception of this one. We've been actually,
we saw this,
we were driving around the Mina, and we saw like number 57, which is perfect, and an oil tanker. We're like, okay, perfect, we need to do our dinners there. But unfortunately, because of security reasons, yeah, we won't be able to. So if anyone...
if anyone owns this, please
let us know.
Thank you, or know someone that owns this. So we also often get asked what's the plan for the future dinner plans. Well, like we said, the whole point was we were trying to promote the cafe, and we thought we would stop as soon as the cafe opens, which inshallah we're getting closer to that date. But given the success, this unexpected success, I don't think we're hopefully ever going to stop for a while.
The good thing is we've been asked by so many people to collaborate, and we've had really interesting discussions. Not like we've been asked to do dinner clubs not only in the UAE but also out like
internationally,
in Paris and India and like amazing locations. So who knows what the future has, but we're definitely opening our cafe, so we hope to see all of you there.
Yes.
And we hope to host you sometime at our dinners. Thank you.
Thank you.